Okay, so it says we're live. Not the best lighting, not the best time of night, but I don't do this to look good. I do this to try and share my experiences, try and give away what it is I've learned in my 48 years on this planet. And I've had some really cool experiences from which to learn. So, it's my hope that one day someone will sit here and take the time to go through some of this, and it might inspire them. It might also empower them. Because I think one of the biggest messages about what I talk about is that I am no superhuman. There is no such thing. Don't pedestal coaches, don't pedestal guru or create gurus in your mind. There is no human that is any better or different. There are humans that have tried harder or been put through situations where they've had to do better, but they are no better. Okay. And all we've got to do is look at Special Olympics to prove that when you think there's an adversity you can't overcome, you can, quite clearly. So this is for anyone who wants to rise above and understand what it is that's creating those limitations in their lives. Now, my story, and the one that I've put in the description here, is pretty full on. It's kind of cool, and it's a shame that I don't have the time or the skill or ability to unwind it and go into more detail, but I just don't think anyone would be that seriously excited to hear it. It was exciting to live it, and what I can tell you is that the experience, it gave me these beautiful, simple, practical lessons in the tools that I teach. So I've been lucky in my life that I started with a childhood that had me searching for answers to many of life's big questions very early. So in my 20s, I was already looking for the answers. So by the time this experience happened to me, I was already equipped with an incredible amount of understanding of positivity, gratitude, breath work, meditation, and a host of other very simple tools that I teach and other motivation for this life. What I want to explain is that for anyone who might look at African prison and instantly disconnect or say, I can't relate to that, it's too big, but just want to hear a cool story, that's not true. Because the feelings that I underwent during these ordeals are very much the same feelings that you go through in your daily life. There is no bigger word really for anger other than rage. Yet, as a human, whether you went to prison or whether you're at home, you'll have experienced anger and rage anyway. Sadness, grief, frustration, expectation, and resentment are all feelings that you feel. You didn't have to go to prison to feel them. You don't have to go to Africa prison to feel them. You don't have to have been a conservationist, an elephant expert to feel them. These are just feelings that all of us are capable of. So regardless of the person's story in front of you, what we're trying to relate to you as coaches or mentors is this reality that you are way more capable than your mind is allowing you to believe. So what I'm trying to, I guess, emphasize here is that if I can come through those situations like an African prison, 12 months of going to court, being set up again and going back to prison again, being deported from my two children, not being able to wake up to those two children anymore because for whatever reason their mother decided not to follow me to Australia like she promised. For me to thrive, be the father and the man that I still am, is testament to the simple tools that I put into practice in my daily life. That's why I'm on here talking to no one. This is why I'll continue to get on here and talk to no one about my experiences, because when I went to prison and I was able to, by accident, rely on these physiological triggers in my body. And what I mean by that is because I'd practiced these tools verbatim daily for 5-10 minutes. They were built into me. So I don't have to think about breathing in a certain way when I'm in a stressful situation. I don't have to think about creating a positive mindset. I'm not sure what that comment is and what it means, but it's the first time I've had one. It certainly isn't something I can reply to. What I'm doing is giving you a practical situation where if I can do this in prison, if I can come out post prison and wake up every day still fighting for two kids who are on the other side of the world with COVID going on, if I can still get on here and do this and stumble and fumble and learn, make a mistake, come back and do it again tomorrow, if I can do that, there is nothing stopping you from stepping towards the dreams that you want in your life. You may not want to sit in front of YouTube. You may want to be just a better dad. You may want to be a better businessman. It doesn't matter what the dream, it doesn't matter what the cause that you're looking to move towards. They are the same simple tools. Anyone telling you that there are different tools for business versus personal life is lying to you. It is all very simple stuff. The reality of personal development industry is he wants to sell you another book. It wants to tell you that the tools that this guy's invented are much better and smarter and more efficient than the guy before him. They're just rebranding the same information, which has been around for thousands of years. It's all really simple. If you want to talk to someone, you can comment, not in what I think could be Russian, but if you want to comment and ask a question, I'm going to answer it. I give this information away for free. If you want to embark on the early stages of awareness, of self-honesty, getting to a point where you know where your limitations come from, where they were born, and how to overcome them, it's not difficult. And the only thing stopping you is you. At any point, you can wake up and choose differently. I went through times in my life where I was in prison where I would have said, no, I couldn't do that. I was the victim to that prison. I was locked up in a cell. I could wake up every day and choose. I did wake up every day and choose. I chose to fight to get good food. I chose to fight to get good water. I fought to and chose to build strong relationships to keep myself safe. And while I was in that prison, I thrived. One white man in a prison population of thousands, and I thrived. Because of my mindset, because I was able to maintain those very simple tools every day. They're not out of reach. They are very easy for you to learn. And all you've got to keep coming back to is this reminder that the only thing holding you back from brilliance is not where you live. It is not your family. It is not your past. It is not the things that have happened to you. It is your mind. It is that place that it goes that creates fear, doubt, and worry and stops you dead. You can change that. In as little as 30 days, you can break down that mindset. In 60 days, you can be stepping towards your dream. In 90 days, you can be in a completely different space to where you started. It's that quick. It's just a choice.